to the GPS, the show where Brandon's pooping every morning, just trying to push it out before the show.
I did, but it wasn't just now. I had to go get my coffee, do my last pee, and then Carmi had to show me her giant trampoline her and Jess built in the living room. So
You got a trampoline?
They just put the couch cushions on the floor, and she's very excited. So,
man, honestly, I don't know if I would have done the show if there was a trampoline in the living room. I would have just jumped on the trampoline all day.
I know. First thing she did was jump off the cushions and just power bottom onto the floor.
I think your webcam mic is on.
Fuck! You're right.
Oh, baby. We here.
We steer.
There you go. You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is GPS. By the way, while you were off pooping or doing whatever you said you were doing, that was obviously a cover for pooping.
My turd shenanigans.
I checked my mic and it was at 100. So StreamYard was like, you know what? This would be great in the morning if we just blew out everybody's ears.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that glad I lowered that.
Let's go to the highest possible decibel level.
And Perna got a 50.
Yes, the hubris. I don't know if it was the hubris. I just watched through those plays, NPR. He should have handed it off. I think he trusts a short passing game to be a run a little too much. And yeah, it cost us 3 points in the dumbest play anybody's ever seen in football history. It's stupid. It's a stupid play. Everybody hates it.
I thought
it should be banned. Even those guys agree with me.
All right. So obviously last night, a tale of two halves. The Broncos doing real damn well in the first half. Bo Nix is playing well. The run game is going well. And then it kind of fell off a cliff in the second half. And, kudos to the Chargers defense too. But Chargers offense started getting things going. Where are you now? Like, is there a level of concern? Because the way you and I talked about this before, I was like, this game, I just feel like I would feel a lot more comfortable if I was a Broncos fan. Because it's like, all right, check it off the box, punch your ticket. Then you don't got to worry about seeding. Who cares?
Yeah.
And now you're going up against a Bengals team next week who we know that they could put up points. And then the Chiefs, if they're not sitting their starters, like it's still going to be a challenging game. Is there a concern that the bus could potentially leave the station without you?
No, I'm concerned the bus can drive off a GD cliff, Tom.
That's
we're on the bus. We're out of the station.
I don't know if you're out of the station yet, buddy.
Is Sean Payton asleep at the wheel? Are we going to be crashing and burning?
Well,
yeah, that's what I'm scared of. The Bengals.
There you go, Jaden.
I mean, I think the Bengals are going to win on Saturday. I think we've seen some. Well, it depends. We'll see if Riley Moss is back and ready to go.
Sure.
But if you watch the concern, there's a lot of things about the Chargers game that are concerning. But the one that I feel like is an issue is even before the Broncos. Or even while the Broncos were scoring, even when they got up 21 to 10, the Chargers passing plays were these wide open, easy throws, like just nobody covering Ladd McConkey, nobody covering 84. I can't even remember who 84 is right now. Stone Smart. Bash me in the face with a stone until I feel smart, Tom, because like it was blown coverages. So there's a communication problem, or there's something bigger going on there with the defense, the linebackers. I don't know. Maybe it's just so much shifting around they've done without Moss on the field. I don't know. But if you're struggling with those guys and the Chargers, what the hell is Jamar Chase, Chase Brown, and T. Higgins going to do to you? And Joe Burrow, who and Herbert was great. Herbert had a phenomenal game, probably his best game of the whole fucking season. But Joe Burrow's he's been ripping it all season long. So yeah, I'm worried about that game. The thing we're banking on, our defense absent, no pass rush. Benito, Jonathan Cooper was there a little bit. He made a couple plays, but how good's the Bengals offensive line? How good are their tackles? Because we got to get pressure to force some of those mistakes. We didn't get enough mistakes made by the Chargers. And the one mistake they made, it was the interception right before halftime. Chris Abrams drain, saves a touchdown. Mm-hmm. And then that's when Sean Payton, they threw 2 passes. First down, they throw it to Javonte, a little swing pass. He picks up a few yards. That's fine. Clock keeps running. Then you see Jim Harbaugh doesn't use a timeout. So now you're making a decision. The Broncos are on their own 20. Opposing coach not using his timeouts. You get the ball right after half. Drain that clock. Just go into half. Thankful you didn't give up a touchdown. Second play, it's a throw to Javonte over the middle. That's when Javonte stumbles. It's incomplete. Clock stops. Then they run it. And then I just watched this shit, Tom. Harbaugh watches the Broncos throw incomplete, and he's on the sideline. And I swear to God, I see a light go off in his head. Like, oh,
wait a minute.
We're going to have a little bit of time. I'm going to use one of my 3 timeouts now after this next play and force him to punt because maybe something happens. Maybe something happens in our favor. And while we were streaming, I was saying, what are you doing, Jim? Only if something bad's going to happen. And it looked like it almost did. But something bad happened to me and my team because we got a catch interference penalty. And then they kicked the dumbest kick you can kick in a game.
Yep.
Now, that's not the only reason the Broncos lost. Obviously, that's just 3 points. But that 3 points was important because last drive of the game, Broncos are down by 10. If they're down by 7, they don't kick a field goal and try to go for an onside kick. Maybe they finish that drive and score. We go into overtime. I don't know. But yeah, there was a lot just went wrong. And even in Sean Payton's post-game press conference, he used the words on a short week, Tom. Use the words on a short week.
If only someone could have prevented this.
But the fact that he inserted it in there after having this game flexed into Thursday to go onto the road, which the NFL has to have the Broncos permission to do because they're the ones getting dicked. And who knows? They play Sunday. Do they win? I don't know. But when we learned about that on GPS Live, I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Why are we doing a short week when we're trying to make a run for the playoffs? Ego and hubris. That's the real one that cost us. All right. I know I just ranted for a very long time. You were very patient.
Well, you're good. I mean, listen, the Broncos could still clinch a playoff spot. They just need the Colts, the Dolphins, and the Bengals to lose on Sunday.
They could
all
clinch
3 of them lose.
If that happens. Yes.
So although then you're in automatically, right? Still winning in for the Broncos if you beat the Bengals.
Still got 86% chance, but
yes,
we blew an opportunity, and that sucks in the NFL because it's a tough league.
That was it's also, I was talking about that last night. That touchdown throw that he made when he's like rolling out, that was a disgusting throw. Like that was beautiful. I think it was a left shoulder. Like that was
I don't think it'll be forgotten. I think everybody's talking about that throw.
That was a beautiful, beautiful throw. I mean, it's just, do you feel more confident against the Bengals or the Chiefs?
Chiefs. Now, there's a caveat there, Tom. There's a caveat there because Hollywood Brown's coming back for the Chiefs right now. So, we'll see how he plays. I don't know how many reps he's going to get against the Texans, but like I think he can have a massive impact for the Chiefs offense. He should be better than Xavier Worthy in terms of, I think, just being a more seasoned receiver who's also, close to as fast as Worthy. So let me see how that shakes out for the Chiefs, over the next 2 weeks. But the Chiefs, they play Saturday, then they got to play on Christmas. Their offense has not been as big of a threat as the Bengals. And it's just, that's why I'm scared of the Bengals more than the Chiefs. And there's a chance the Chiefs will have nothing to play for. So And I'm not saying Carson Wentz can't beat us because, God knows I watched a game where Patrick Mahomes dislocated his knee, and I believe it was Chad Henne came in and just lit up the Broncos. So
Yeah.
I've been down that road. But yeah, because the Bengals to me are one of the most volatile and dangerous teams in the AFC heading into the postseason.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if they're able to sneak in, I mean, holy crap. Because the way that they have to win out, obviously, and then the Broncos have to lose out. Like, that's the way that's going to have to work. Because the Broncos and Bengals are obviously playing each other next Saturday. But that's going to come down to the wire. That's going to get real, real interesting. However, the Bengals are playing the Steelers that last week. So that might be a challenging game. Who knows if they'll have anything to play for. And we'll kind of see what seeding looks like from there.
Yeah, I think in power rankings, we wrote the Broncos may be relying on Russell Wilson to help them get into the playoffs. And I was like, I hope it doesn't come down to that. And now it might come down to that.
Wilson just stares at the camera and just flips off and says, screw you, Sean Payton, and then decides to just get sacked. Or just
it's like, bench this.
Yep.
Bench this.
That's it. Well, congratulations. That's an awesome feat. And if it's a Vikings-Chiefs Super Bowl, I will be the biggest Chiefs fan the world has ever seen.
Ooh, yeah, I'll be a big Vikings fan, Will.
We would just do that show like you'd be in a Vikings jersey, I'd be in a Chiefs jersey, and we'll just let it rock.
Yeah.
Rock. That's it. I know, happiness for the Chargers. You don't see that very often. Don't see that.
No, the Chargers fans should be excited because
they're going to make the postseason.
Well, yeah, and that was pretty close anyway, but the Chargers did not play well the previous 2 weeks. So the game you got out of LA, Herbert played well. You finally ran the ball effectively again. Gus Edwards had the longest run he's had in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Defense really played better in the second half. There's a lot of weird things that happened, but the Chargers defense played a very great half of football to close it out. So if you're a Chargers fan, last week after what the Buccaneers did to you, you had to be worried. Like, oh God, even if we get in the playoffs, are we just setting ourselves up to be disappointed and let down?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're seeing the difference of who this Chargers team is with Jim Harbaugh as their head coach. Yeah, they went through a rough patch, but they are back in it. They still look like a formidable team. And I don't think you really want to play the Chargers right now if you're going into the postseason. They're a weird, tough football team. And they outplayed Denver in the second half, and it was enough. It was enough to win.
Mm-hmm.
Trailing 21-10.
So the good and bad news is that the good news is that technically J.K. Dobbins can come back, I think, around week 17, because he was put on IR. The bad news, I haven't really heard anything from the Chargers organization on if he's going to come back. But you mentioned if he is healthy for the start of the playoffs, then the Chargers are also a different team because then they have a significant run game. So
Sure.
I agree with that. I think they could beat some teams. I still think the Chargers are a year or so away because I think they just need to get some more weapons on that offense. But they are a gritty team, and I think they could definitely win a playoff game 100%. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, I pulled this up just last night. So the first one, good old Curly Lambeau, which was a success back in 1921 for the fair catch kick. And then, it's been a hot minute. Paul Hornung again. Come on now, the golden boy. Come on. Vikings, they never did it. This is wrong. That's just an error. And then this was the last successful attempt, 1976. And look, it was against the Chargers and the Bills. Got the Chargers.
Chargers kicked it. Chargers made the last one.
At the end of the second quarter, too. Look at that. So then, nope. Mason Crosby had one in 2008. I don't even remember that, to be honest with you. And then, Dicker the kicker.
Yeah, Joey Sly, his was a 60-yard attempt. He missed it. Harbaugh tried it in 2013 with the Niners. Yeah, you don't see it very often because and apparently you can do this on any fair catch if you want.
But again, it's just it's usually not going to happen because when you're calling for a fair catch, you're inside your own 20 or 10 or or even a 30. You ain't.
And
field goal.
That's why you just need to get a kicker.
Flag.
who can kick 80-yard field goals.
Oh, okay. They just grow on trees. We just get one of those. Can you tell me where, when McManus is done, can we grab one for the Packers?
Dude, you'll never have to pay a quarterback, a wide receiver, just every fair catch. Yeah, kick it. Yep. Yeah. So, and like, one, you want to be in a situation where there's like not much time left in a half to do it, right? Because why would you kick after a fair catch if you're going to put your offense on the field, right? Mm-hmm. Two, you got to be in range, which is hard to do on a fair catch. But a penalty on a fair catch that gives you 15 yards opens the door for this very rare occasion.
Yep.
And Harbaugh said it's his favorite rule. His favorite rule, Tom. So he knew about it.
This team has not been to the Super Bowl since the moon landing.
I mean, yeah. Oh, haven't been since the moon landing? Which
so they went
69?
When did the Jets win?
It's probably the Jets. It's got to be the Jets.
Right? If they went.
When did the Super Bowl even start?
I mean, because now you're going back into the early 60s. Super Bowl one? Come on.
When was Super Bowl one? What year was Super Bowl
Packers,
one?
Chiefs, Packers, Raiders. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
I know who was in it. What year was it?
I think 1967. I was wrong. I thought it was early on. 1967.
Yeah, I bet it's the Jets. That's a great call.
That'd be my guess. My guess. Because it has to be someone who's been there, right? Because there's plenty of teams that haven't been there.
Yeah, because the Colts
bolting up right now.
Chiefs, Raiders back. Yeah, great. Good answer.
Yeah, good answer. I do want to pull up. Well, first, do the power rankings first. Or you want to pull off all the playoff scenarios? Which ones?
Let's look at the playoff scenarios.
I already got it up. Look
at the GD.
Start off with your Denver Broncos, buddy. Hope is not lost yet.
No, we're not out of it. It's a letdown because even like if we had lost this game in a different way, we were up. They were executing. They were dialed in, Tom, for that first half.
Oh, dude, they look great.
And then it all just went to shit. Yep. Losing that way sucks. Because your hopes up. You're like, look, this is the team we know we have. Run the ball. Bo Nix 2 touchdown passes. Nobody can stop us. Defense gets an interception.
Chargers fans are like, first time?
Yeah.
I've been nervous. All right, so again, they lost, obviously, so they did not win. So again, Bengals loss, Colts loss, or Dolphins loss. If all three of them lose on Sunday, then they got a shot. I don't think that's going to happen, but
no. It's almost like none of those teams will lose. Maybe the Dolphins lose to the 49ers.
Chargers, they can still clinch it. They're in a good position here. They won. So they have to have the Colts lose and the Dolphins also have to lose. So that's how that's going to go. Here, the Chiefs can clinch the number 1 seed this weekend if they win and the Bills lose to the Patriots. I don't think that it's a divisional game. You never know, but I don't think that is going to happen for the Buffalo Bills. So
come on, Houston. Well, maybe I want the Chiefs to clinch, right? Like I don't want them playing that last week. Oh, that's conflicting. I can't root for those guys to win.
There you go. Hey, Steelers, nice and easy. How can you clinch the division? Win. That's it. It just says win. Now,
baby.
The Ravens, so that's a huge game on Saturday between the Steelers and the Ravens because the Ravens can also clinch a playoff berth if they beat the Steelers or the Colts lose against the Titans and Miami lose. I love how a lot of it's just dependent on Indianapolis and Miami losing. I think that's kind of staple here for the AFC. So that's it for the AFC right this second. So you could see the Steelers or the Ravens clinch. You could see the Chiefs clinch the number 1 seed. Chargers and Broncos, a little bit of an outside chance of clinching this weekend.
Yeah.
Here, nice and easy for the Eagles. They're playing against the Commanders. They win. They clinch their division. The NFC East is theirs. Now, Commanders, a little bit more complicated. They got to beat the Eagles, which is going to be tough. Then they need the Falcons to lose. They need the Rams to lose to the Jets. And the Falcons already got to lose to the Giants. Or you got to have the Commanders win. Atlanta loses, Seattle loses against the Vikings. So I don't think any of that's going to happen. Even if the Commanders wind up winning, I don't think the Rams are going to lose against the Jets or the Falcons are going to lose against the Giants. I just think that probably
going to see a lot of things not getting clinched this week.
Yeah. Well, I think You're going to have, at least in the AFC, you're going to have the Steelers or the
Shut up, Jeff.
Ravens clinching. Here, the Green Bay mother-loving Packers win and in, baby. Come on. Sitting at 10-4. They're going up against the Saints. Alvin Kamara might not play. Spencer Rattler is starting. It's in Green Bay at Lambeau Monday night. I think the Packers are going to be clinching a playoff spot this weekekend.
Yes. Is Kamara done for the year with his groin?
It was anticipated that he's not going to play.
Yeah.
He's not going to play. All right. So that's it. So the NFC, not a whole lot. Eagles clinch their division. Commanders have an outside chance to clinch a playoff spot. Packers have a very good chance to clinch their playoff spot.
Kamara's done for the season.
He's done?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, the Jets. Oh, the Jets. Whenever you have a long, sustaining period of woe and despair, it's usually the Jets.
Possibly done for the season.
Okay. Oh, possibly. Okay.
Why would they play him? He's done.
There you go. There you go. Packers. Go and punch that ticket on Monday.
And he's 90% of their offense.
That's what I'm saying, Bees. That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure the question back to the Super Bowl. I'm sure it was phrased with which team hasn't been back to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Because I thought that too.
Perna, we got power rankings. I heard so the curse wheel cursed 2 or didn't curse anybody?
I don't know.
Okay, so you tell me what happened.
Do you want me to get the spin? Let me export the spin for you. And we'll take a look at this. Because it was bizarre, my friend.
Come on, rah 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 rah.
Sorry, it's a great clip. That's a great clip. That's pretty good.
Nice.
It is pretty great.
Yay.
Micah Parsons, whatever he wants. Yeah, there was also the talks, right? There's been no talk about not extending or not trading Micah Parsons. I saw an article today that he hopes it gets done before free agency, which I don't imagine a world where Micah Parsons is not on the Dallas Cowboys. One, because Jerry Jones. And then two, they already paid everybody else. You got to pay the one guy who's been insanely consistent on your defense. So, unless they're going up against the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs. But yeah, you pay Parsons. You pay Parsons. It's going to be really interesting to see what the Cowboys do, though, dude, because if they win enough games, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but they might win themselves out of a really good draft pick. And also, who knows, maybe good old Mike McCarthy comes back, which Scooter yesterday said that he'd be okay with. Which is
I respect it.
Something.
I respect it.
Steelers and Commanders both win. All 4 AFC divisions will be clinched, and none of the NFC divisions will be clinched. Yeah, dude. It's tight in the NFC. The NFC is getting a lot of fun. I'm going to have a video coming out today of who I think is going to make the postseason, looking at a whole bunch of schedules and stuff. I had to redo a little bit of it because I thought the Broncos were going to win last night, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. That's true, Sean. Couple months. Brandon will be at a nice parade, smiling, have a nice balloon, snow cone maybe. I know it's February, but it's never too cold for a snow cone.
You got 5,800 signups to figure out, Sean, before I do that. Come on.
5,800. Nice. You got 42. That's pretty good.
We're getting there.
Getting there. Bit by bit by bit. Hey, it's Friday, baby. It's Friday.
Here comes the spin. It's almost uploaded.
Okay. We're just waiting.
It's processing. Hey.
Second best. First the worst, second's the best. It makes sense. Fine. Listen, I think overall, I am a lot more concerned about the Broncos. I'm not gonna lie. I'm concerned about week 18. I don't think they're gonna win next week. I think week 18 is what it's gonna come down to.
Shut up.
So, I'm nervous for you, buddy. I'm sweating for you. I thought we were gonna have a GPS wildcard weekend playoffs, and there's a good chance still. Those last 2 opponents are scary.
If we beat the Bengals, we're unstoppable.
Yeah, you beat.
Huh?
Okay. Oh, there you go, Stink. But hey, at least you got to go to a good game. All right, let's see this thing.
Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? No! I'm the devil, I can do what I want. The There's no. It's stuck on the thing. It's stuck on the thing. Oh, it's right between the Chiefs at 666 and 7. Who did I put at 7? Oh my God, who did I put at 7? Let me look. The Ravens or the Chiefs? Oh. Come on, fall over. Oh. Oh my God, I knocked it. It's still stuck there.
I feel like that's 7.
It's stuck on the thing. How can you make it definitive?
It's leaning this way. So I feel like it's a Wheel of Fortune rules, right? So if it's going, it's stopping it where it was before. It didn't go over and click to 6 or 666. And I feel like that's the Ravens.
All right. Well, the Ravens they play, what do they play? The Steelers?
Steelers. Ugh.
Chiefs play the Texans. If they both lose, then then we know. It's like,
I want both of these teams.
I mean, you'd be okay with either one of them getting cursed, but because you want the Steelers to also be locked in, like win the division, nothing to play for, can't move seeding as well. Or do you? No, you don't want that.
no, because they got to play the Bengals. To
Oh,
finish
God.
the season.
What if you cursed your own team and the Ravens? Oh, no, Brandon.
If the Broncos miss the playoffs, Tom,
Buddy, that's going to be...
it is going to be a tough scene here in Denver.
You're still confident, though?
No.
Oh, you said you kind of were a little... You were optimistic. So, yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. Look at those...
I'm not confident about beating the Bengals. I guess I'm confident that the Broncos can defeat the Chiefs, but
On to Cincinnati.
on to Cincinnati.
That's true. You got to deal with both those things. No good. But hey, listen, Packers got cursed on Sunday night, and they were just fine. They were just fine.
Yeah.
So that's it. Ooh, a hot seat coaches tier soon. Maybe on a random like Wednesday, just something like that. But we only got a couple more weeks. But
Yeah.
I imagine like the Jaguars, they're probably going to be moving on. Hopefully from their GM too. But I would
You
assume,
got Jags, Raiders,
yeah, Raiders are on that list.
Giants, maybe. Who else?
The Jets just hire someone and fire them again. Because
Hire somebody and immediately put them on the hot seat.
Yep, exactly. I mean, that sounds about right. That's pretty good. That's it. Hey,
You've got to impress my 18 and 15-year-old son if you want to keep this job, bitch.
okay. So I wasn't there for that conversation. That is, bro, like that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's two things, right? It's the Madden thing, which I made a video about, which is like haha funny and sad if you're a Jets fan, but it's haha funny. But then it was like the kids going into like the locker rooms, and that was kind of weird in terms of just like, hey, like that's for the players. And yeah, it just does not seem like the Jets are a very functional organization, which shocker, I know, but not so great. Not so great. But hey, when you get McButtface, he's going to turn that franchise around bit by bit. He'll turn it around. Burn up. Get off those power rankings. Let's do it.
Okay.
What do we got? It's not a good look. Yeah, and they interviewed a ton of people too. So, not good. Oh, you want to pull it up?
Yes.
I got. Oh, there we go.
Aha.
Aha. All right, so we both got the Bills.
Bills at
All right.
1.
That we agree there. We got. Good God, there's so many teams, Brandon. We got. All right, we swapped for the Chiefs. Okay, you put down the Chiefs at 6.
The
Okay.
Chiefs are at 666, and they will not move from that spot
Okay,
until
that's
they
just-
lose.
That's just a given. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we swapped the Eagles. I put the Eagles on top just because they're a less injured football team right now.
Yeah.
So,
So I
they
put
Steelers.
the Lions offense and offense only at 2. Oops.
I feel like you can't.
As you'll notice, their defense is ranked at 14.5 because of the injuries. Tom? So offense, I said they can outscore anybody in the NFC because obviously they couldn't outscore the Bills. Defense, I am concerned about with the 786 injuries they have. There is actually no hospital beds available in Detroit right now because they are all occupied by Lions defenders. That's how bad it is.
Mm-hmm. How
We're complaining about one call.
Tables. How the turn tables. Johnny Bark with the dagger and the twist of the knife. That's it. Okay, so you put half of a team at 2 and the other half at, what was it, 14 and a half?
Yeah, their defense was at 14.5.
Got it.
And I left the Chargers off. And though that bit me in the ass.
Yeah, I left the Chargers off too, so that's going to hurt me. Okay, so you got Packers at 5. I appreciate that. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, we got the Ravens at 7.
Like that, Sparks. I'll put Packers at... I got to find out a bad place to put the Packers. And I'll get back to you, boys.
Why? I have helped you
twice
well,
Sparks
this season.
Is talking shit. Now
I have helped you twice this
him.
season, and you know how I've gotten rewarded? A season-long curse in the beginning, and also a curse. You know what? Maybe this is my therapist was talking about, some codependency here. Maybe I am just trying to appease you too much, right? You're as old as my father, and I'm just trying to make you happy. And now, you know what? Fine.
Old as your father.
You know what? I'm going to pee every single time the Bengals, right, are on defense. Chiefs, let's go. All right, this is how we're going to play it. Okay. It's fine. Anyway, Texans. Yeah, Texans I have they'd probably be around 11, 12. I gave them an honorable mention. Rams be hanging around there too. So.
I had I did the power rankings, I was trying to do them early, get ahead on it. And I had the Texans at 8, and then I shot it, and I was like, they're not the 8th best team. I had to move them back down to 10. I was like, they've got a lot to prove to me still, and this is tomorrow's a great day. Yes, it was a bad throw, Gianni. 100% agree with that part. Also, 9 out of 10 times that's pass interference. We're the one dentist who was like, you know what? This toothpaste sucks. You guys are going to get it. You're going to get it now.
Sleeper, my dude, we might get into the playoffs as the 6th seed at 13-4.
Packers aren't a sleeper team.
I don't think they'd be sleeping.
Paying attention to football knows Green Bay is a good football team. And right now they're doing two things well. They're playing defense and they're running the football. And those are 2 recipes for success in the postseason.
Hey, and the
Toyota-thon thing might actually be real, Tom.
That's right. I told you the Toyota-thon thing is real.
You might have the power of Toyota behind you.
Hey, we still love you. It's not your fault.
Yeah, no, we're just sleeping in different rooms. That's all.
That's fine. That's fine. All right. Yeah. Where'd you have the Buccaneers? You got them at 11. Okay. Oh, so you didn't even have the Broncos in the top 10.
No.
After that Colts. Okay. I feel it.
Yeah, and it's the Colts game. It's the Browns game. There are, the Broncos have, when they play more formidable teams, they have not been their best selves.
I don't think anybody is thinking the Broncos are going to win the Super Bowl or go to the Super Bowl. But again, it's just now this is crunch time of can you get to the postseason? Yeah. I think if the problem is heading into the season, I think the expectations were really low. And then as you've seen the defense and things like that, and you're in this position where you could have clinched a spot, those expectations have been raised. So if you don't make it, it's well, this really sucks. The one thing you're going to be able to take from this season regardless is that the Broncos are able to at least compete. But if they want to go up against some of the top tier teams in the league or some of the better teams, they just got to, I think it's going to start on offense. They really just got to get a little better. And they need Riley Moss to be healthy. But yeah.
Yeah. We are like the Chargers. It's this is building, I think, for next year. The foundation is there. We found a lot of nice underrated players.
Sure, Damon.
And that's why that's another reason, losing to the Chargers stings, because they're in a similar spot.
I was about to say
and they're a good litmus test for where are we as a football team. And
half in one, half
of the game, good. We both played one very good half, and the Chargers played just a little bit better in their half and got the victory. So,
I agree.
But yeah,
okay. It's not completely out of the realm. All right. I like it. Dude, we're going to see about the Steelers Ravens. I picked the Steelers to win.
Nice.
But
yeah, I don't know, man. We got to see Russ step up.
They've won the last 8 of 9 against the Ravens, dude. Like Mike Tomlin knows how to play the freaking Ravens, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm like, until it ain't.
And TJ Watt's gonna play, right? TJ's healthy.
Yeah, Watt's gonna play.
Not healthy, but he's cleared to play. So I think that makes a big difference for the Steelers.
God will not answer your prayers. He will not.
No, they'll be in the playoff.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Packers are good right now.
Yeah, I'll be looking at draft prospects I gotta survive these next month and a half, and then we'll see what we got going on.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Let's pull up some games.
Oh yeah. Let me get the picks. Already down on the picks.
Yep, I'm already 0-1. 0-1. It's not ideal.
Let me get them picks. Share my screen.
Hey, I also think this is pretty helpful because, it reminds you to make your picks every single week. And you made your one last night. It was wrong, but so is mine.
Yeah. 60 people took the Chargers, though. So good for you. Good for you.
Good for you.
Wow. 71 going with KC over the Texans. Woo!
Being played in Arrowhead. I mean, the Texans defense did look pretty damn good last week. They already clinched their division. I think that they're pretty much locked in at that 4 seed. I don't see them going on a tear because they got some tough games coming up too. So I don't think that they're going to move from there, but they're already in the playoffs. So now it's just going to be about, all right, can they take down some of the top teams in the league?
Now they got to beat a playoff team. And the way the Texans win this game, it's pretty simple. One, you got Mahomes a little hobbled up. He's going to play, right? He heals faster than any person on earth. Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter. Chiefs tackles, they're revolving doors. Pressure, sacks. Houston, those 2 guys, Derek Stingley picks a pass off because of some pressure, some bad throws. Need to see their defense step up. I'm still going with the Chiefs, though. But I think I know how Houston will win this game. Let's just see if they actually do it.
Yeah, I picked the Chiefs to win, and it's also being played at Arrowhead, which I think is going to be tough. This game, it's an AFC North matchup, which we all see how those can go. I picked the Steelers to win. Again, they already beat the Ravens earlier this season. They won 8 of the last 9. Tomlin just seems to have the Ravens figured out. I think the Ravens can be more of an explosive team. And if TJ Watt was out, I'd probably lean towards the Ravens, and it's being played at home. But I went with the Steelers. I'm going to go with recent history here.
Yeah.
So, no, George Pickens definitely does impact this game.
Yeah.
Though. No, Pickens definitely hurts this offense because their offense did not look the same last week.
That's Russ's guy in the passing game,
So, yeah, I could definitely see the Ravens winning this football game.
First time they played, Derrick Henry had 13 carries.
Yeah.
Got to get him 20. I think they will lean on Derrick Henry. I think Baltimore wins. I think they're going to win by like 10 points.
Okay.
I think the Ravens are in this weird spot where like we have seen how good they can be.
Yeah.
And every time they do that, it's like the next week they're just kind of like, are they that good? I think this is kind of like their statement game as they go into the playoffs. So,
I mean, hey, win. They got to get in. Let's go. The Ravens, I feel like there's been some cooling off on the Ravens this past month or so, right? They lost to the Eagles. Like that was kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
And then
the Steelers lost to the Eagles too,
Steelers lost to Eagles are a good team, regardless of what Scooter says. But I think it's also, you saw the emergence of Josh Allen in the MVP conversation. And so because of that, I feel like that's overshadowed kind of what Lamar has been doing. And Lamar's been having a phenomenal season.
Yeah.
He had 5 touchdowns last week. Yes, that was against the Giants, but like he's still having a really good year. But I think the problem with the Ravens is just the consistency, right? It's like which defense is going to show up, which run game is going to show up. And that has caused problems in the past. Like, I don't think there's anybody looking at the Ravens going, oh yeah, like they're definitely not going to make a run in the playoffs. But I think there's still concerns about Baltimore. So
yeah, and their defense has gotten better, right? Like the problem with the Ravens early was their defense was atrocious. They're not a juggernaut, but they've gotten better by a little bit here, a little bit there. And yes, I think Nathan Peterman could have thrown 5 touchdowns against the Giants, but Lamar's he's playing better this year than he did last year when he won MVP. So that should be scary to any team playing the Ravens.
The only thing I'm concerned about besides their it's Justin Tucker, which, oh boy, it took a while for us to get here, but that,
let's be honest, he has sucked this year.
it has not been.
He's
good.
like bottom 5. He's one of the bottom 5 kickers, and that's like the best kicker on earth.
So yeah, I mean, listen, the Ravens ain't gonna be that 1 seed, but I don't think they're gonna miss the playoffs. The Ravens, I still think they have a good shot to make the postseason. But yeah, there's just concerns. But like I've said, there's concerns about every single team in the postseason right now. If there's a team that, oh boy, I think honestly the team that I'm the least concerned about is the Eagles. They're on a massive winning streak. They've beaten some of the better teams. Like, they've gone toe-to-toe. Their defense is really damn good. Their offense, like, if Jalen Hurts can play the way he did, they can beat you on the ground. They can beat you through the air. They might be, because, like, the Bills, I love the Bills, right? I had them at number 1, obviously. But their defense, like, they'll allow some points.
Yeah.
Eagles, they're not allowing a lot of points.
Eagles are a very complete football team right now.
They're a very balanced team. So,
they can run, they can throw, they can defend.
So, what I'm saying.
I got the Bengals winning this game.
You want the Cleveland Browns to win.
I do. It's the DTR game. Down to... Oh. Sorry.
No, you're good.
On here.
I mean, the Chiefs
got in the way.
Chiefs could have lost to the Panthers too. I mean, Buccaneers, who a lot of people are praising, including myself, they could have lost to the Panthers too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They won 11 in a row.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. Here,
just kill me. Who fucking wants to watch this bullshit?
Oh, don't worry. There's a worse game. There's a worse game this week. Yeah, Michael Penix. So we're going to see the debut. I said this in prediction. I don't think that there is a better team that you could go against as your first start as a rookie QB than the New Jersey Giants, because, oh boy.
Dude. Okay, I said Peterman could throw 5 touchdowns against the Giants. Penix, you better hit us with 5 tuds, my friend. I am excited for Penix. I hope he saves the Falcons. I hope Falcons fans are excited about him after this game. He was a quarterback I thought the Broncos might be in on. So, it was between him and Nix. And I like him. And he's got weapons too. That's what's been perplexing about Cousins. Like, sure, you can argue now, like, Minnesota has better weapons than, Atlanta. But we're like, Kirk's going to a pretty good spot there with maybe upgrades in the running back positions behind him. So, Penix, show us something, buddy. We're all rooting for you.
We'll see. This game, I think, is going to be closer than some may anticipate.
Is this Penix too big to fail? Sorry.
But I got the Lions still winning. Because I feel being played in Chicago, the Bears have been awful. They have not been good.
Yeah.
But divisional game, Lions are beat up right now. It's outside in the cold in Chicago. I would not be surprised if it is a close game, but I still got the Lions winning.
I think this is a game where I think the Bears are done playing competitive football.
They're just no, thank you.
They played tough through the handful of those losses within the division, like you were just saying, but I think that's
not on Monday.
And yeah, I know the Lions defense is bad, right? Or banged up right now, but Bears offense has sucked. Caleb Williams holding on to the ball for an eternity. I don't think he knows exactly what he's doing. I don't think he has the direction he needs. I think it's a decisive win for the Lions.
Okay. All right.
I'm saying I want to try some definitive statements today, Tom.
I see what you're on one today.
Ravens by 10, definitive win for the Lions. Here's another bastard of a football game. Jesus Christ. Tennessee, has there been like a... I mean, we didn't think they'd be good, but dear God. Was it Rudolph? Do we have to watch Mason Rudolph again?
I had some hope for... I had that tweet because I remember when I was making the Titans season reaction video, I was like, I know a lot of people are anticipating them being one of the worst teams in the league, but like, I think going off and getting offensive line help, new coach, maybe they make things work. No, they did not.
Yeah.
No.
When I was forced to defend the Broncos having the worst roster in the league, I was like, I think the Titans have a worse roster than the Broncos heading into the season.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, I got Indianapolis winning here. They're fighting for their playoff lives. I mean, it's going to be tough for them to make the postseason, but...
This is going to be an ugly game.
I literally was just about to say it's going to be an ugly-ass game.
Colts fans, it doesn't even matter really if they win. They just need to see Anthony Richardson show some progress. Like, let's see him, because he was bad against the Broncos.
Yeah.
Let's see him throw effectively.
Yeah.
Look at this one. Woo! Yeah, give me the Rams.
I got Rams. The Jets, they got to win. It was against Mac Jones and the Jaguars, but they got to win. Rams, they're trying to make some moves in the NFC West. They're holding on to that first place right now. I think they get the W here. It's going to come down to those last two games for the Rams. They got the Cardinals, and then they got the Seahawks at the end of the season, which I wouldn't be surprised if it's Sunday Night Football if the Lions and Vikings have already figured out the division.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Rams are putting it together.
Hey, old rematch, Matthew Stafford versus Aaron Rodgers, so. God believe me.
Yeah, dude, if we can play the Steelers and then beat them in overtime, that would be
art.
Yeah.
The art.
I'm going to do it. I'm going with the upset here.
They did their gods. Ooh, okay.
And I just said the Eagles are very good, okay? Yeah. So don't get mad at me, Eagles fans.
But divisional game.
I agree with Tom. I think they're one of, if not maybe the best teams in football right now. But Washington, Jaden Daniels is going to secure the MVP or offensive rookie of the year. It's a tough defense. They're not a perfect team, Washington, but I smell an upset.
So here's the thing. They come off a bye week, and I think there were some questions about the Commanders before the bye week, and it's like, okay, they're kind of coming back down to earth. That Saints game at the end got a little scary. Yes, I know that they, got some help from the officiating without the clock running, but a little bit close. So I just don't know about Washington's defense. These are usually really close games between the Commanders and Eagles as a divisional matchup, but I think the Eagles do get the win here because I don't trust Washington's defense enough to contain either Saquon or if Jalen decides to have a good game again. So just saying. Yes. That or Bo Picks. I don't want, you don't want either.
Yeah, I don't like blow dicks, but I do like bow jobs. All right. Oh, thanks, Rich.
There you go. This, I got the Cardinals getting the win here. Panthers, I picked them to win against the Cowboys. They let me down. Sorry, Panthers.
The optimism for the Panthers is dead. That's dead.
Yeah.
They had a little run of almost winning games.
Mm-hmm.
They're ready. They're ready to get their nice high draft pick and build for next year.
So Gino and Olu actually playing on Sunday makes this game a lot more interesting.
Oh, Gino's good to go?
There's Let me just confirm that, but
yeah, I don't care.
I think
Seahawks are dead to me. They're dead.
Practice. He's getting better every day and expects to play versus the Vikings.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. The offensive line, I do not believe in for the Seahawks. They are not good, regardless of who's a QB. They're made even worse when you don't have Geno Smith in there.
Yeah.
But being played in Seattle, maybe the Seahawks.
Nope. No chance.
A miracle, but I picked the Vikings.
Yeah, this probably is a game the Seahawks play well. They play a really good game every 3 weeks, it feels like. No, I'm going Vikings.
Yeah, I think Satan is unfortunately.
There's too many weapons. Sam Darnold's playing too well. Jonathan Grenard is going to sack a limpy Geno Smith a couple times.
I can see it. I can see the Seahawks doing it. That's right. They are not an embarrassment. Winning record, baby. Yeah, I got the Bills beating the Patriots. You want to talk about god-awful games, Brandon. It's that game. There you go. That's the ticket. That's the game of the year right there.
That's an all-time tanker. That is a tanker.
That is
I'll take the
horrifically
Jags.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went with the Jaguars, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't think the Raiders have any interest in winning now. They're finally at that point. Or if they do win, they're screwing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They need that number 1 pick. Just lose, baby.
There you go. Both teams are 12-2, the Lions and the Eagles. So the Eagles need to win more games than the Lions. So if the Lions drop, and again, the Lions have to play the Bears this week, then it's the 49ers, and then it is the Vikings. So they got to bank on the Vikings, beating them in week 18.
Yeah, since the Broncos already played, I'm thinking every team only has 2 games remaining. Forgetting all of these teams have 3 games on the schedule.
Do you think Shadur Sanders is going to do well when he gets to Vegas?
I don't know if anybody will do well when they get to Vegas.
That's very fair. Brock Bowers is a good target. It's a nice target.
Yeah, you have one great offensive weapon.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I need the Raiders to Tom Brady better become like a full-time GM director of team operations, because I don't trust anything they got going right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I actually went with the Dolphins here.
You went with Miami, huh?
I did. Tua had a really bad game last week. The 49ers are beat to hell. They are trying to hold on to their very, 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 very slim chances, but I got Miami being played in Miami. I think the Dolphins, if they play mistake-free football, they can win this game, but I think it's going to be close.
Yeah. No Garindo, right? Is Garindo hurt?
Is he hurt now? Hold on.
How many are they down to their 4th running back? The San Fran Niners?
Garindo will likely be down. Yep. So to their 5th string running back versus the Dolphins. Jesus.
Whoever that guy is, probably going to have 180 rushing yards. This is close. I think I want the Niners to win to just eliminate one more threat. And I think they're just, man. There's not enough positive things happening with the Dolphins for me to believe in them to win this game.
Taylor, let's go, baby. I'm streaming both games tomorrow as part of the 11-hour fundraising stream, and then Sunday Night Football. I'm not sure about any afternoon games on Sunday. We'll see. We'll see. Shout out Patrick Taylor. I picked the Buccaneers to win. Buccaneers have been on a roll. Obviously crushed the Chargers last week, and Dallas. Yeah.
Final 2 picks. That's easy.
Well,
Bucs, Packers. You get Rattler. You get no Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
Saints are not good. There you go.
Packers punch their ticket into the postseason. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, baby. And
You're
the
gonna
Packers,
clinch.
they play the Saints this week. They got the Vikings next week, which should be a really fun game. And then week 18, we got the Bears. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know how close they make it, to be honest with you. I feel a bit comfortable right now. And it's just because the Saints are so decimated on that team. Like Spencer Rattler, like no Kamara, like it's gonna be tough. So I don't think so. But Perna, what do you got coming out? Do you have a new worst game?
Yep. We gotta write it.
There we go. Hey,
fucking write it.
Williams, crush it. Okay. So you got that coming out today. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. You put out a video yesterday on the kick.
Yeah, last night I was like, let me talk about this stupid play.
Let
me talk about this play. And then, yes, I will be joining Tom tomorrow for his charity stream. So make sure you guys show up and help him do the Lord's work.
We're going to try to raise $100,000 for a charity in one single fracking stream. We're going to see if we can do it. It's going to start at 1 p.m. I'm going to stream both games, so no guests during that time. And then starting at 8 p.m. all the way to midnight, we're going to be having some great guests, some awesome creators. We got some former players coming on. It's going to be a grand old time. That's true. That's true, Beast. Let's get it. But folks, we appreciate the hell out of you. I got a playoff video that's going to be coming out later today about who I think is going to be making the postseason. And of course, Friday night Q&A. and then 11 hours of craziness tomorrow. But
Nice.
appreciate that. Yeah, at least until midnight. I know we're going to go longer. Appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is GPS. And you have been navigated.
And you reached your destination.
Where?